So we got to check out Days of Wonder and a lot of their stuff, including Yamatai, their new game that just came out. And you were actually the one who got to play it along with some people.
Yeah, this is definitely, I felt like one of the most anticipated titles here. It comes from Bruno Cathala, who did 5 Tribes. And this game, at least at first glance, looks a lot like 5 Tribes kind of a game, which we don't have as much experience in, but very successful and well-received title. This one, the basic gist is you have boats that you are purchasing, and you are placing them on the board in different routes around different islands, some of which have mountains on them or other landmarks, and building buildings on those islands. The boats have different colors, so depending on which ones you have, that determines where you can place them. That's where this sort of puzzly aspect comes in. So there's a bunch of starting areas where you can put any color boat. But after that, if you want to place a boat next to a boat that's existing, it needs to match that color. So there may be ways of kind of blocking each other's players. It sort of reminded me a little bit of Ticket to Ride, both in the complexity of it, the kind of sort of entry level, but with some depth there, but also because your boats are everybody puts the same boats on the board. Unlike Ticket to Ride, though, you don't have your own boat color, so you can piggyback off anybody else's as well, or you could potentially block their boats. There's also kind of a drafting thing where you draft your actions at the beginning of the round, and those will give you a couple boats of different colors that you want and give you special abilities, like you could move boats around or you could even take boats away. Then there's these special tiles that you can buy that give you different powers. They might make things cheaper for you that are randomly generated.
And I think I know some allies as well when I was looking over your shoulder.
Right, these are these guys that you can purchase with this currency called God, what was it called? I don't remember. No, it's got a cool name, but you get it from surrounding the islands with your boats, and they will give you permanent upgrades as well. The theme is also, those guys are also based on a Japanese mythology. That's where the name Yamatai, you're also building shrines and stuff like that, and that actually reminded me of Rising Sun that we already played.
I do really love those giant gate meeples.
Yes, it has some really cool buildings in there that look fun. Just looking at it with the colorful boats on the board, it's a very inviting game to play. Only got to play a few rounds of it, but I can tell that there's definitely some depth there. I really wanted to spend more time to get that strategy down, but easy enough. Like I compared it to Ticket to Ride. I feel like it's at that level, which I think Days of Wonder pretty much is known for, where it's good enough for gamers, but you could introduce someone who's not as into it to that world as well. And like you said, that Japanese lore that we really like is a nice touch to it, although it's not a hugely thematic game.
All right.
Really. But it's one that I think you would like. You'll probably like it too. So check out Yamatai if you can. Thanks for watching. For more Gen Con coverage, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Roll4Crit.
And to keep up to date, you can check out roll4crit.com/GenCon 2017 in order to get the latest, greatest news on Gen Con from Roll4Crit.